Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and build the header for our website, and this is exactly what it looks like right now, and it does not look good at all. This is what we're trying to accomplish. You can see the header right here. We have the logo on the left, and then we have the main menu on the right. However, I want to show you something, okay? If I was to go to another page, let's say the About page as an example, right here you can see that the header is different. This one has a black background, while the header on the home page doesn't have any background at all. It simply blends into the background image here. So basically, we need to create two different headers, one specifically for the home page and then the other for the rest of our pages. Now, how do we do this? Before I show you that, let me just drag the demo website away. Now, before I show you how to do that, I want to show you something else, okay? If I was to go to edit with Elementor and I went to site settings, in addition to being able to set your global fonts and your colors and all that, you can also make changes to the site identity right here where you have settings. So if I click on site identity right here, we can change the site name to I'm gonna call mine Passport Travel. That's the name of the website. And then the tagline will be when travel meets adventure. Okay, so for the logo, I'm going to choose the logo right here. Let's insert that one. And then for the 5 icon, I'm going to choose the image right here with the one with the green background. So I'm going to insert that, and there you go. We have our site identity. Now you could also come down here to header, okay, and make different kinds of changes. You can choose to hide the logo, show the tagline, increase the content width or reduce the content width. Is all up to you. But since we're going to create our own custom headers, we don't need to change anything in here at all. So I'm going to go ahead now and simply update. And now check this out. Okay, I'm going to go back to the back end. All right, exit to dashboard. And now let's create our header. I'm going to come down here to appearance. Here you will see Elementor header and footer builder. This is from the plugin. So I'm going to click in there. And now I'm going to click on add new. And now let's call this one the home page header. Okay, then right here where you have type of template, we're going to choose header, and then we can choose, okay, where would we like to display this header? Since it's specifically going to be for the front page, I'm going to choose down here where you have specific target. I'm going to choose specific pages, and then right here I'll simply type in home, and there you go. So now this particular header will only be displayed on the home page. And then for user roles right here, you can choose, okay, maybe you want to display this header only to logged in users or logged out users or editors, so you have a lot of flexibility. I'm just going to keep this blank because we want it to be for everyone. Now here you've got this option, enable layout for canvas template. Now the thing with Elementor is that in addition to the default template and the one provided by your theme, Elementor gives you two custom templates. One is called the Elementor canvas, the other full width. Full width simply means that your content can extend to the edges of your screen, so basically it goes full width. There are like no margins or paddings. Elementor canvas simply means that you're not going to have any header or footer. It's basically a blank Elementor template. We're not going to work with the canvas template, so there is really no need to enable this layout, but I'm going to choose the Elementor full width template. Let's go ahead now and hit publish. Okay, and now I'm going to click on edit with Elementor. So what we're trying to achieve here is let me bring back the demo site. It's basically going to be a section with two columns. The one on the left column will have the logo, while the column on the right will have the main menu. And we also want the column on the right, the one containing the main menu, to have more width. So check this out, okay? Right here, I'm going to click on the plus button here, and now we can choose our structure, and I'm going to choose this one right here. This one will have, the first column will have a third of the entire section, while the second column will have 2/3, okay? So right here, since we're editing the section, as you can see, for the content width, we could actually go full width if we wanted to, but I'm going to go with boxed, and I'm going to choose 1240 pixels. This is just my own personal preference. I love 1240 pixels. And now in here, for the very first column, I'm going to click inside. I'm going to scroll all the way down here, and we're trying to add the logo, right? So I'm going to add site logo right there. Click, drop it inside, and now we have our logo. Now you can see because the logo has white text and this is a white background, but just bear with me, okay? I'm going to choose the image size here. I'm going to go with full for now, okay? And then let's go ahead and click on the edit button for the section. All right, so I've clicked in there. I'm going to go back to style, and then right here where you have background type, I'm going to choose classic, and now I'm going to choose the color black. So now you can actually see the logo, right? Okay, now let's go over to the second column, and we're going to add our navigation element. So right here you can see navigation menu. Click drag, drop that inside, and then you can see main menu is selected by default. However, we need to make quite a number of changes. Notice right here that with the main menu, the text is in capital letters, it's in white, it's also aligned to the right and also in the center. So we need to do 4 things. Let's go back in here. First thing I'm going to do is, while editing the navigation menu, right here where you have layout, click in there, and now we're going to choose align to the right. As you can see, right? So now it's to the right. Now let's go over to style, and we're going to come down here to typography, click on the edit button, come down here to transform, choose uppercase, okay? And then for text color, let's click on the global icon right there and then choose primary for white. Good. But now how do we align the menu items in the middle vertically? What you want to do here is you're going to click on the edit column button here, this particular button right here. You click in there, and now here you can see we have vertical align. We're going to choose middle, and there you go. That is it. But we're not done yet. For the logo, let's click on the edit button for the site logo, and then the alignment here, we're gonna go to left. Okay, you can't really see the difference just yet, but just bear with me. We're gonna choose that one to the left. Okay, let's go ahead now and update. Okay, and now let's just take a look at what we have. View the page, and there you go. Now you can see our home page has this particular header right here. But then if I was to go to, let's say, the about page as an example, you can see we don't have that header at all. If I was to go to the contact page as an example, you can see we don't have that header. So this right here, the home page, now has this particular header with the black background, the logo, and then the menu items. Now to round this up, I'm actually going to make a few changes. Let's go back to the section, okay? And I know I set the content width to be 1240 pixels, but I've done some further testing and I think it's best we go with the full width, okay? So let's go with full width for now. And then this column, the one holding the logo, we're going to reduce it to 25%, okay? So 25%, while the column holding the menu items will have 75%. And then let's also make a change to the logo. I'm going to click edit logo. Let's go to style. And then for the max width, we're going to set this to 75%. Okay. A question you might have here is, why are we setting the max width and not the actual width? Here's the thing, okay. When you set the width for the logo will always have that width regardless of the screen size. But when you're working with max width, you're basically saying, hey, the logo should never exceed this width. And then in situations where the screen size isn't large enough to accommodate the full width of the logo, reduce the size. So basically, max width is much better for responsive design, and you always want to be responsive. So we're going to set that to 75 pixels. And now if we update, and if we take a look at our header, you can see right now that it looks so much similar to what we have over here on the demo website. Last thing to do is we're going to duplicate this header for the second header. So basically, here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to go back to the back end, and instead of creating the second header for the rest of the website, we're simply going to come in here and then you'll see EA duplicator. That's the essential add-ons duplicator. So I'm going to go ahead now and simply duplicate the homepage header. Now you will see draft Elementor. Let's go ahead now, click on edit. Okay, and then we'll make a few changes in here. We'll call this one the global header. Okay, you can give it any other name that you want, but I'm going to call this one global header. And then right here, type of template, yes, it's the header. And then the display on, we're going to go with entire website. But then to be on the safe side, I'm going to come in here and say add exclusion rule. So we're saying, hey, do not display this one on the home page. Down here where you have a specific page, I'm going to come in here and simply type in home. So we're making sure that this header will never be displayed on the home page. It will only be displayed across the entire website. And there you go. So template full width as well. Let's go ahead now and hit publish. And there you go. So just to go back in here, let's refresh this page. So that's the header for the home page. But now take a look at this. Okay, if I was to go to any other page, let's say the about page as an example, now you'll see that the duplicate header isn't showing. Let's go to the articles page as well. You can see again the duplicate header is not showing, despite the fact that we set the duplicate header to show on every page except the home page. What exactly is going on here? And trust me, it took me several hours just trying to figure out exactly why this was not working, but I figured it out. What you want to do is this, okay, go back to the duplicate header right here. Okay, this is the duplicate header we created. What you want to do is this, okay, just try to initiate. Actually, let me just go back to the proper backend so you're not confused. All right, so from here, okay, so from here, just click on edit with Elementor, okay, edit with Elementor. And then what you're going to do is right here, just initiate any kind of change. Let's say you add the heading element in here, for example, okay, drop that in there. Now, do you see that the update button is available? Okay, I'm gonna go back in here, close this. Okay, the whole point here is you want to make some sort of change on the header so that this update button down here would be triggered. Now we can update and now it should work. So if I was to go back to my articles page in here and now refresh, now you can see that the duplicate header is now showing. I go back to the home page, it's the exact same header. I go to the about page, and of course it's the exact same header as well. So that's exactly what you should do. Whenever you try duplicating your headers or footers on the duplicate, simply go inside, edit with Elementor, add any element, remove that element just to trigger the update button, update, and now that new duplicate header or footer will now be in full effect. So that's it for the video. We've created our two headers. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next class.